Hello, everybody watching. Let's give an GTC rundown. These are the high volume coins posted yesterday by GTC. If you don't know, this is the ribbon. This is ribbon trading. And we are coming. This is the first video back after that banana S31 fiasco. I'm going to call that an absolute fiasco. I was on the wrong side of it. I was not at the screen. I was greedy. I know exactly what I did wrong. I know. And I paid the price. It was a lesson learned. A big lesson. But we've had a little break over the weekend. And brush ourselves off, and we're going to look for those green PnL'S again, because we can get those green PnL'S. We can make that money back. We're not going to chase it. We're not going to get emotional. But we are going to lock in profits. So I've got some trades running at the moment. Let's take a look. I think I got stopped out in profits on my Pengu trade. I've got a fun trade running at the moment, which is actually a long. It's reminding me a lot of the banana S31 coin, because of the amount of people that are trying to short this was huge. It's dropping off now a bit, so it might not pump up as much as what that did, but yeah, that banana S31 had red flags all over it. 75% of people in the trade were short. It was huge. They wanted to run that up. They got me on my. They got me good on that day, because they got me when I was busy away from the screens, and I thought I had that trade covered. But like I said before, lessons learned. Right, let's not dwell on this. Let's go hunt some green PnL'S on these high volume coins. Right, starting off with Hadel. It's closed below the 1 hour, and my OB bid trade setup it's good, and it's giving me like. It's showing the strength of the coin. If the coin gets up into this box and starts to close over, expect higher prices. Now, it might just run the highs and come back down, but it means you can just keep a stop here, or if you just see the 15-minute candle close above this box, just cut out. Just cut your losses. Just get out. That's it. Because it's probably going to run higher, even if it is to sweep this. Okay, so I've had that a couple of times. I had that on gun. I've not got the chart here. The other thing is, when I chart on this PC, it's not got my drawings from my other thing. But look, on gun yesterday, I had this short set up, so we really spiked up. We got this close here. I was thinking this was going to be a OB bid. Look how the price closed above it here, and then just runs the highs, instantly dumps back down. So I took an L on this. It should have been, my stop should have been here. My stop should have been, as soon as I see that, get out. But then I did a bad thing, and I said, okay, I'm going to go to here. Okay, I'm going to go to here. And then before you know it, stopped, boom, straight down the other way. So in future, as soon as you see that on the OB bid, get out. The OB bid has failed. Get out. And then you could have got back in here. You see this closed below here. You could bid the retest, and then carries on, and you'd be sitting in really nice profits now. So the OB bid now is a real signal for me if price is going to continue higher, or if it gets into it and closes below again, expect lower. If it doesn't even make the box, expect lower. So that's how I'm using my OB bid now. Okay. Right, let's get into Hadel, because this one looks like it's kind of setting up for a short. So this was the hourly OB bid. The 15-minute is up here still. So if price gets above this and starts coming back up into here, I'll start to short this. But if we get close above here, then I'll be out. We have CPI release as well, and there's always fuckery around that. So it might be better to just not trade today. I'm not sure what day it's coming. I think it's usually on Wednesdays or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so it might be best not to trade, or just get in, get out quick. Okay, so that's Hadel, 15-minute. 1 hour. See, this could be a 1 hour break, and now it's retesting the 1 hour, and it's kind of touched the top bar. So right now, if it does test this 15-minute after a break, it could be a bid. But I would like to get in like around this area. So I'm gonna watch Hadel. I'm gonna set some alerts on Hadel as well. I'm also gonna post the list of these coins in the free Telegram as well, so you can just download it and put it on your TradingView. Just a TXT file. Okay, let's move on to the next coin. Hyper, not hyper liquid. This one is something else. It is wow. 4 days of dumpiness. The band is right down here, so there's a bit of support there. I mean, it could wick all the way down to there. It's in the 4 hour now, though. It's inside the 4 hour, and that's there. So I think if this one is cooked, if it wants to go higher, get above that. If it can't get above that, I expect lower, in my opinion. It would be nice to see some more data on this one, but I think there's a few hypers out there. Hyper, where is it on Mexi? I can't see this anywhere. Bybit might have more data. Okay, no. Let's just keep it as that. If you're gonna short it, you could maybe get a short up here a bit higher, but I'm not really too interested in this one, to be honest. Kernel, okay, so this one is bouncing off the 4 hour, currently retesting the 4 hour. It's looking like it's down a lot. A test of the daily would be nicer, a nicer entry, which would kind of align with support here. This would be nicer to long here. However, I've seen it plenty of times come down and just dump straight through back down to these levels. So I mean, with Bitcoin being a bit cooked at the moment, then I'm not 100%, but I mean, it's tested the 15-minute now, and it's bouncing off the 15-minute now. So if this can kind of hold, you could get an entry on Kernel at these levels, and you could just put a clear stop at the lows here. It could be something like just target these highs or something like that. That's a risk to reward free ratio. But the bounce has kind of happened. If it gets above this level, great. But I'll be watching this one. I'm gonna put some alerts down below just in case it starts dumping. But that could be good. Yeah, that's Kernel. Okay, let's move on. Orca. This one's really, I've been watching this one over the last couple of days, and it's been marching up. Let's get a trend line on this, because the 4 hour is the better entry. The 4 hour ribbon is the better entry. Okay, yeah, it's not. Well, it's near a trend line on the 1 hour. It's closing below. See, look here. Look at this. On the 1 hour. Close below. Struggling to get above it. It's not closing above lower prices. But it might test this again and get up through it. if it can test and close above, expect higher. If not, expect lower. At the moment on this one, I kind of think lower, but you got to check the funding rates and the market cap. But I'm thinking on this one, it's destined for lower unless we get a bounce here. It would have been a nice short though if you were at the computer earlier. What time was that? Yeah, 8 o'clock or at 1 in the morning. So you could have got a good OB bid here. Stops just up above here. It's not closing above. Let's take a look on the 15-minute. So on the 15-minute, close below. Use this for the OB bid. Not closing above it. Again, not closing above it and showing weakness. Continue with the short. Short. Boom. Take profits. This is probably lining up with a 1 hour bounce. Yeah. So in here, take profits at the 1 hour. Boom. Back up again. You could enter a short again. It's looking weak. Take profits at the 1 hour again. Take profits. Boom. Take profits. Take profits. But it keeps testing it. It kind of and it's doing higher lows. So it could break upwards eventually. But can you see how the OB bid works in line with the ribbon to show you the weakness of the move at that point? I mean, eventually it could break through it, but at that point, that is showing weakness. That's what we got to remember with our trading. I don't mind chase trading. It's not my favorite. It can really mentally drain you. Chase trading can, with the sizing and stuff like that. It's not my favorite way to trade. But this is I think a much easier risk-free way to trade the ribbon, because if you get in here, you could get a small entry when price closes below the ribbon and just put a stop loss up here or stop it when there's a close up here. But you can get a better entry when it's showing weakness by closing below the ribbon and waiting for the OB bid, or as it comes back up into the ribbon, you could start here and get yourself in, stop loss here. That's all. You know, it's down to you to manage the trade and get into the position, because the worst thing you can do is see it close below the ribbon and then just dump down hard. When that happens, that's because it's usually had a huge run up, like Banana S31. That one gave you no retest of the ribbon, no OB test. If you get that, it's dumping down hard. Okay, so right now this is kind of ranging, and it's the mid-range. It's the middle of the range that it's rejecting off of. So, and sometimes that can end in much lower prices, and sometimes it can end in a break upwards. But you're just trying to get this area, this trade back down to the next ribbon, 1 hour. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, this is good for me. This is a good touch up for me as well, because you know, when you take a loss, it can affect you mentally. It can affect you how you trade going forward. You know, yeah, I've assessed what I did wrong. Greed did creep in. It wasn't just on one exchange I traded on. I really opened up a lot on a few exchanges, which was very silly because I wasn't even at the screen. I thought, yeah, I'll just add the margin. I have it covered. You saw my post in the free Telegram, so it was a silly trade, bad trade. We can fix it. Here's Kyber Network, KNC, currently sitting in the 4 hour ribbon. It's had an explosive move up. Let's see how it's reacting. So we had this close below. We have this OB bid here. Again, perfect. Comes up into it. This was happening on Sunday at midnight. Perfectly comes up. Doesn't close above the OB bid. You can get a very nice short. Let it run. Let it run. Look at it run. Perfect. You could take profits at the 1 hour. This one is currently in the 4 hour. You could aim for the 4 hour. And your risk to reward on this trade would have been, I mean, say let's just be generous and put it there, and you would target in the 4 hour, but at this time the 4 hour could have been much lower. But if you watched it come in here, let's just say you targeted there, 11.8 R on that trade, just by targeting the 4 hour. So that would have been a lovely trade as well. The only problem with trading like this is you have to be at the computer at the right time. So you would have watched this happen at 5:30, or the close below happened at 5 o'clock, and you would have bidded here, and the test came at 8:45, another test at midnight. So that's quite a big block of time. Or just keep your position small, bid the box up here, put a stop here, and see where you get to when you wake up the next day, or if you could just check on it every now and then, and just have the calm trader that you are. Just be a calm trader and let it do what it's got to do in it, and it rejects down the ribbon perfectly. But now looking at Kai, but if it does want to start picking up, it is at bottom formations on this chart. Let's have a look at Kyber on, maybe on a... Kyber is been around for a long time. It's a DeFi coin. Well, it's meant to be a DeFi coin. To be honest, it's been around for years. I don't know what the fuck it does. It's broken above the weekly ribbon. It could test the weekly ribbon. Okay, here's another coin that's setting off alerts. Okay, it's breaking upwards now. Saros. Okay, I've been distracted because this one is one that I'm watching for a short. But because it's so strong, I was thinking about longing this still. But I'm not longing this far away from the ribbon. Okay, let me just check my other chart. I've got the levels marked out on this one. Okay, it's breaking through. It's breaking through my trend line here. So the guys that are in the premium will be getting the levels that I'm expecting, but this one could really ramp up for a bit. I've seen it do big moves before, and it hasn't touched the daily in a long time. If I show you the daily on this, it's been over a week. It's been a week and 2 days, so this one is really going. So if you want to get a short on this, it's getting to those levels now. So I don't want to chase this. That's not my style. That's not how I'm doing it. Instead, we can wait for a close below the 15-minute, and I'm going to start scaling in then. Easily put a stop loss there. Your psychology has to be on point when you're trading coins like this, okay? So you can see it's actually hitting this trend line now, and it's actually starting to reject. So we'll just put another alert up here, and let's see what happens with that. So we were on Kyber. Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of the range. It's not in an area where I really want to do business. If it breaks the 1 minute, great. The 1 hour, great. But yeah, I'm not too fussed on it. And you can do an OB bid on this one as well. If it gets up to here and rejects and it's not looking strong, then I will be shorting this up here again. But if it gets up to here and starts closing above here, expect higher. But by that point, you've missed out on all this move, so longing it there is not the best. Okay, next one. Peanut, this one's getting high volume. Shorters would have got a bit fucked there. The daily is your friend here, in my opinion. The daily could prove to be a good bid. It's only just starting to form its weekly bands. Here. Here. Next ones are here and here. So this would be a target up here. Bouncing off the 15 at the minute. So that's actually quite strong. The 1 hour. It's struggling to get above the 1 hour. So this is what you have to watch for. However, with this one, we had close below, very quick move above on the 1 hour. Let's change this to a 15-minute. Close below. The 15 minutes quite high. Okay. This is kind of ranging and okay. It's holding the 4 hour, so it closed below the 4 hour. Tested this support here. And now it's trying to get above the 4 hour again. So watch Peanut. Peanut could be eyeing for a pump. You could put a clear stop below here and put in a long here. Hadel. Here we go. Hadel is starting to test the ribbon. Trying to close above the 1 hour. So we'll watch this now. If it can get above this 1 hour, expect higher. If it can get above this 15-minute, the same again. And this is the OB bid here. So we have potential for an OB bid setup coming up on Hadel. Right, let's finish this up because I want to get trading. Okay, peanut, blah. Turbo, this one's been very dumpy. The 4 hour, it's flipped this. It's flipped this. That could become support. The 4 hour could be a good bid on this one. The daily, see how it got above the daily. Above the daily, stays in the daily, boom. Retest, boom. Okay. The higher the time frame, the better. On the way down, closed, boom, boom, boom. Okay. That's turbo. Moodeng is holding above the daily. It's had a big move though. It's had a very big move already. It's struggling with the 4 hour. It's a blow. It's above. It's below. It's above. The weekly. Oh, it's above the weekly. Okay, it's above the weekly. It's struggling to stay above the weekly at the moment. Okay. It's struggling. I don't really like this trade here. Saros, we just covered. A short will be coming up for this one. How high it goes, I don't know. Fun, this one's interesting. It's up a lot. It's not tested the ribbon since the 18th of June. So it's nearly been a month. And I'm seeing the funding rates on this one. And right now, 68% of people are short. That's quite a lot. It's not as bad as Banana S31. The open interest can go a lot higher still. So the funding rate is just positive at the moment, but that could switch negative at any moment. And they've not made a ton of money yet on the liquidations, so I want to see that start going up more. But I do want to get a short on this one. It's just when, because look how they play it. If you were short, boom, they made it hard. If you were long, they took you here. And now at the moment I have a long because we got this break above the 15-minute. But I would prefer to get long down here in the 1 hour. Look at this wick coming out of the 1 hour, and it got close to the 4 hour. But on banana S31, we got this sideways range like this, and it held the 4 hour. And here, fake out, back above the 4 hour, boom. This one has already done 100% this month. So it depends how many people get in short on this one. And it's how high they'll send it. After that rinse up on banana S31, I'm sure a lot of people are in a similar situation as me, as they just don't want to chase trade this. Not interested in chase trading it, not interested in covering with margin. If it's above the ribbon, I'll long it. If it's below the ribbon, I'll short it. Simple as that. And my ideal area for a great long would be the 1 hour. And that's all I'm interested in. Okay. This one is showing volume. Look at this 4 hour test. So break above, test the 4 hour ribbon. Good move up. It's above the daily right now. This coin is, I'm pretty sure this coin is a Sui network coin. And we were, well, I know a lot of people will be included with shorting this up here. Look, see, get below the daily, boom. It's on a high time frame, just do that, boom, down. So where are we looking? Support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, there, and there. So if we do want to get long, that's going to be my target. And this is a funny one, but if it manages to get right up to here and break above this, I might expect higher prices. And then we would target wherever this goes. If the Sui network gets there, but that's a long way away and we're not going to be greedy. We're going to shave profits along the way if it does ever do that. But this could be starting a really great trend now. Okay. Still on a higher time frame. So it could come down, test the 1 hour again, and send it upwards. The 4 hour has been tested. It's struggling to get above this area of a little bit of resistance here. So we'll keep an eye on this one. It could come back down, chill down here for a bit, and then retest again. We'll keep an eye on this one. I'm gonna set an alarm on the 1 hour. The 1 hour could pose as good entry. And chill guy, this one has been coming off my radar a bit. The daily, okay, it's coming down to the daily again. It might test the daily again and do that classic move, but it's in the 50% area of the range. It's like it could come back down or it could go up. It's hard to test. It's hard to have a theory of what's going to happen on this coin. Let's get some more information. On chill guy. Okay, that's not really helped. Okay. I would assume that the daily... I can't assume the daily will hold, actually. Let's test a 4 hour. Okay, look at this. 4 hour. This is the order block above the 4 hour ribbon. It does not close above it. You could choose this one as well. It does not close above it. Lower. Lower, 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 lower. This could have been the area of change, which matches up with some support down here. Okay, just roughly doing it. I'd say about there. Does that match up with anything? And now it's got above the daily, and it's holding above the daily. So if markets do decide to turn, oh, okay, it's below the 4 hour. It's below the 4 hour, guys. So I just can't tell. I would not be interested in doing too much with this one, to be honest. Okay, and I think, okay, there's gun. I used that as an example earlier, below the 4 hour. So yeah, that was a bad trade. Anyway, that's all the GTC coins done. These were posted yesterday, so the volume has dropped off on these a bit. Ones to watch for is this Saros, although, see, not that long ago, it's tested the 4 hour. So this one, they could just ramp this up. Let's check the funding rate. The funding rate is very positive. The long-short ratio is 68% of shorts. Okay, they've not made much money on liquidations yet, so they might really try and ramp this up. They might try and really ramp this up. And it's just slowly, it's just been going up, this coin has. What is this thing anyway? What is Saros? 320 million market cap, so it puts it in a good position to trade. What is this? The ultimate app designed to redefine your Web3 experience on Solana. Was initially launched as a DEX. Okay. ID, DPIN and payment within the Solana ecosystem. Does it need a coin? I don't know what the coin is meant to do, but I don't think it needs the coin. You know what we need to see now, because this seems like a team could be pumping this up. Let's have a look. Because I've seen this with many a coin. Saros. Not found. Well, it's not coming up on here. Okay, well, I'll be keeping an eye on this one, but I won't be shorting it until we get a close below the 15. And then we'll be watching that OB bid. Simple as that. Tight stop losses. Okay, guys, that is that's pretty much what I've got today. I just want to check Pengu because everyone's loving Pengu at the moment, and I shorted it. I took profits and secured profits, and then last night it came up. Look at this, test the 1 hour coming up. It's closed above this 1 hour OB bid. I would class that as a close below. So it's closed above. It's tested. I'm expecting higher prices on Pengu. How high? I'm not sure. It's not tested the 4 hour for a long time. So if this does start ramping up and it goes fast. Okay, kernel is testing. And it goes fast, then we could target this daily OB bid. Which would be a nice target all the way up to there, but it's in no man's land at the moment. But this would have been a nice long. What was that alarm on kernel? Coming down to the 15, it struggled to get above 1 hour. sitting inside the 1 hour. If that is not going to hold, retesting the 4 hour. So I'm watching this. It's what I don't like about it is it's kind of in the middle. I would like to see a long down here at the daily more. So I'll keep an eye on this one. Let's set an alert down here. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I'm going to share this on X, and I'm going to start posting to YouTube as well. So that's the GTC high volume coins of today. Thank you, GTC team. Thank you, MW, for teaching us the ribbon trading. And links in bio, blah, blah, blah.